Good morning, afternoon from wherever you're watching from. Thanks for tuning in for another week. Things start to get a bit exciting coming into the Autumn Carnival. And you got a winner on Saturday, Sweet Fire, that was good.
Yeah, she won well. Couple of good winners on Tuesday, Australia Day, our day at Randwick.
Get into that. Saturday. I just want to ask a few questions about Saturday first. So Sweet Fire was good.
Yes.
Pioneering, short price favourite, defeated. What's your excuses? Just for the benefit of the punters and the viewers.
I just think 3-odd filly against the older horses, wet track. Yeah, although I think the Randwick track's racing very well at the moment. They're coping with a lot of racing. The track's clearly better than it was 6 months ago and clearly better than it was 12 months ago. So, doesn't suit all horses, likes of Pioneering, but certainly enabled Sweet Fire to get through it pretty well.
Cawthon's Power narrowly went down. Good effort.
Yeah, good effort again. No real excuses. I think the horse is going very good. It's only a matter of time before he wins.
Yesterday, Australia Day.
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Barbecue.
Cricket.
Work.
Oh yeah. I was in New Zealand.
Australasia Day.
Was it? Why is it Australasia Day?
Well, you were in New Zealand. You're celebrating it.
It was good. Anyway, got back on the plane last night, and that was New Zealand sales. We were there over the weekend.
We certainly were. We bought some very nice horses.
Real good ones.
Yeah.
And went to the Karaka Million on Sunday afternoon. My favourite race day of the year.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. Again, I just didn't disappoint anyone.
You disappointed me because you went missing halfway through the day. I don't know where you ended up.
I was with my people. Where'd you go?
I went home.
No, you didn't go halfway through the day.
No, we didn't watch the last race.
He went and locked himself in his hotel room. And yeah, wonderful day. I think the fact that race clubs in New Zealand understand licensing laws and people abuse the privilege, but the racecourse stays open up for the last. Everyone has a party, they put a band on, it's just a wonderful atmosphere.
Theatre of the Horse at Randwick.
If you did it at Randwick, it would be the biggest success.
Drag
people in. People don't feel obliged to come to the races at 1 o'clock. They can come in for the quaddie legs, hang around, go upstairs to the stables, have a bit of dinner, come down, have a drink and a dance, whatever. It works, because I guarantee you there was just as many people there at 10:30 at night as there was there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Less one.
Less the star of the show.
Royal Ascot do the same, and even in the book, in the race book, the back of the book, they have a song sheet, all the songs, and it's just a one hell of a signal. People have a great time. When people have a great time, they turn up again.
Yeah, and they tell people, and rides for the kids, everything. They just did a wonderful job there. Cameron George and the team, Auckland Racing Club, well done.
It's not against the law to get more people into a race course.
No. And the other thing, 30-minute gaps. I think it's just got to happen.
Yeah.
It's got to happen. 2020 cricket's the best example of people just want quick, fast-paced action.
Honk.
You could even make it 28-minute gaps. No one's come up with a reasonable excuse other than they've got to saddle the horses up.
Doing it for the TAB and things like that, well, big deal.
Yeah. Let's just get shorter gaps, 100%. Shorter race days, condense it a bit, and just make it fast.
Especially now they're putting 9 races on.
People don't have enough time in their lives anymore, and I love the idea of twilight meetings as well. I reckon they're pretty good, not so much for a Saturday, but the Karaka Million worked brilliantly on Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock start, last race at 7, it was 3 hours, people were in and out, had a good day.
I agree with them.
Yeah, thanks. Moonee Valley Friday night, you got the fields there?
Yep.
Sunshine.
We've got
Frankie. Yeah. You go.
Starting to get up to a more suitable distance. He's starting to find a little bit of speed as well. He's not far away from getting some form, but from what we've seen so far, he's been a long way from it. But don't lose faith in him if you own him, and if you're betting on him, well, just wait till he shows a little bit more. But I think a win's not too far away.
Sebring Sally, she's just a couple of runs in Sydney now.
Yeah.
Winkers were on last start. Very hot day, lacklustre performance, pass mark.
Yeah. Heads to Melbourne, more suitable distance, the mile. Sure. Raced well there in the past. Damien Oliver, barrier 2. There's a few pluses in her favour. She's not going that bad.
She should be able to
chance.
beat, reckon?
Yeah. That's the beauty of the two stables again. You're not having to send staff down and pay costs for trainers, trappers, things like that, accommodation. It's all set, ready to go. Gets on a truck, ends up there the next morning, ready to rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. Beauty. Rose Hill Saturday.
Now's the time yesterday.
Oh,
Didn't want to win, but just to show. Well, he's been in Sydney, racing pretty well. He's won his races, reached his level. We had to send him to Melbourne because he was getting too much weight. Had a couple of runs there, disappointing. Brought him back to Sydney, but not to the Rose Hill stable. Sent him to Warwick Farm just for a change of environment. Came out and looked like he was going to win by 3, maybe 2, and then just he turned his toes up, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But it just showed that he was wanting to win, and then he got beat that far.
Decided didn't want to win.
And it was a good day yesterday. We had 2 winners. Shandana, I think she's a filly to 5 in Queensland.
You won't take her to Australian Oaks? No. You don't have time? Or
not there mentally.
Okay.
Yeah. She'll only have a few weeks in the paddock, but it'll be 10 weeks before she races, and that'll be enough to switch her on. Even Trafalgar, who ran 3rd in the race, he's one to follow for Queensland as well.
Sure. Rose Hill, be a superb day on Saturday. It's a big day out here. We've got some great racing, and of course the best destination in the world, Rydges Hotels and Resorts Parramatta, will be open after the last dinner in Steeds, a few beers in the winning post, maybe a little dance in Champs Bar if you're up for that. But
breakfast the next morning.
Hey, if you get lucky, don't worry, rooms. I'm sure one of my people can help you out with a room upstairs.
Lucky in terms of the punt.
Well,
race 1, Marinostro, barrier 2 in a field of 6.
Small field, that's okay.
Well weighted. James McDonald aboard. 2 starts as preparation for a first and a very close second. Soft track is likely. Geez, we've had some rain in Sydney. Done the tracks the world are good, I think, because the grass is growing like you wouldn't believe.
Yep.
But unfortunately, we'll probably get a wet track Saturday because there's showers forecast.
Start wondering.
Going terrific. Had a trial since he last raced. He just had no luck. He was 3 or 4 wide last start. Effort told the last bit. He'll be hard to beat.
So these are 2 very honest horses. Both try very hard. It's very difficult to split them.
Well, I start wondering we'll start favourite.
Yeah, I'm not asking you what the market will suggest. I'm just saying either of these horses potentially can win the race.
I would do anything to try and find horses like these at the sales. These are what pay the bills. Good horses, they'll get through to group races. If they don't, which Marinostro may not, he'll still have 400,000 in the bank. Pretty big effort.
Yeah. Right, Widden Stakes, 2-year-old fillies. Fox Play, first start in the race, barrier 4. Caught on Dad's Army, Robert Thompson, he's in the saddle. Worked well this morning.
Has worked well. Nice filly of Star Thoroughbreds. Great owners in Denise's horses. They're a pleasure to train for, and they deserve some good horses. So let's hope this filly lives up to the promise she's showing at home.
And you like training for all of our owners, and
most definitely.
those that you don't like training for are certainly well aware of that one. Yeah.
That's right. Barrier 4 in a field of 13. She's going to get a lovely run. She's a chance.
Your 2-year-olds today?
Still a bit soft. Yeah, you can see them in the mounting yard. They just don't have that muscle definition. They're not wound up.
History says February you usually hit your straps. Do you think you've got?
Yeah, February even later. The last 2 years, our first 2-year-old winners have been always Ellison, and she went on and won a group race. And Brazen Bow, well, he was a superstar. And I think the year before that, Zeus Star. So only our very best are winning as early 2-year-olds. Well, that's February. So I think it's April and further.
That's cool.
And it's hard to change. I think it's just the way we are. we're soft on them and we gradually let them get there, and it takes a while to muscle up, and you can't all be cut like you didn't get that body overnight, did you?
You don't get these guns from Coles.
You get a nice yearling, you just look after them, give them a bit of time. Well, they don't develop muscle until you're really crunching them, and we don't crunch our young horses, it's as simple as that.
Lacala, Hugh Bowman aboard, barrier 3, filly with great deal of potential in my opinion.
Yeah, she looks like it. I'm just a little bit concerned it could just be all show. I'm not saying she won't win a lot of races.
Because she's a flashy get back and run on type.
She's a Hoylonny type of horse.
Yes.
Loophole type of horse. Fortunately, they eventually come good and win some really good races. And again, they're the horses to have. But from a punter perspective, they're hard horses to follow. But yep, she's come back stronger and she did a fantastic job in the first prep. But just be wary of that.
Race 6, so she'll be winning on Saturday, punters. Race 6, 3 runners, Dance of Heroes, Cawthon's Power and Another Cocktail. 3 good handy middle distance horses, although Cawthon's Power's, I think he was tried at 1900 last prep. But
yeah, the end of the prep didn't go too bad, I don't think. All 3 of these would prefer a soft 5 or better track. So for their sake, let's hope we get a bit of fine weather. Hence the reason why Another Cocktail was scratched last week, and perhaps Dance of Heroes as well.
yes.
So look, they're all going well. Another Cocktail I think is a very promising horse. Cawthon's and Dance of Heroes are good Saturday prize money earners. We're well represented in this race, but I'd like to see a soft 5 track.
Race 8, 3 mares take their place. All Cerise, Ellie Lou, Miss Royale. Ellie Lou's a new addition to the stable. Has she settled in, I guess?
Good, very professional horse, been well looked after prior to coming to us. So good jockey and Hugh Bowman aboard. Barrier 1 is a big plus, maybe not. Barrier race 8 on a soft track.
Rose Hill's fair, mate.
Fair.
All Cerise, wet track if it is on Saturday.
Go to Melbourne. She'll definitely go to Melbourne. She'll head to Melbourne Wednesday night, which gets the horses there Thursday morning. I like them leaving about 8 o'clock after they've finished their tucker.
You don't like them leaving at 8 o'clock. They have no other option but to leave at 8 o'clock.
So they get there nice and early before the traffic starts, and yeah, they have a run round and a bit of a play, and they're back into their dinner that night. It's the way to go. So I'd say she'll head down there, Lamb, or
perfect. Miss Royale, barrier
the better track.
14. Only the 1 win on the board so far, but looks like she's a mare that's. Well, she's racing below the grade she's going to get to in her life anyway.
That's right. She's never finished further back than 3rd.
No, I know that.
She's had a few little things against her.
Yes.
Tempo and races. Barrier 14 makes it hard.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to have a look at the speed maps and speak to our form people who have a good idea in assessing these types of situations. Yeah. She's going well, looks terrific. Got beat a small margin last start, and sectional times were amazing.
What were you going to compare that small margin to just then? Maybe something in part of one's anatomy?
Yeah,
right.
Probably like a sparrow's nose or something.
Flemington, Ben Mellon. Geez, he gets some rides for the stable. In the stable. All Cerise and Yellen in the mares race over a mile. Benchmark 90. You've elaborated on the fact all Cerise will go down. Yellen backs up.
All Cerise, barrier 3, good gate. That's a big plus, and less weight down there.
Yep.
Only a field of 9 for
Melbourne.
Yep, Yellen. She, I don't think she gets 2,000 metres, does she?
Oh.
These jockeys have got it in their head that she doesn't anyway.
I don't reckon she does.
Stay,
because we tried last prep and she didn't stay.
She just one easy over 1800.
For sharp and fresh.
She was 4 wide. Yeah, we probably will. If she doesn't run this week, she will be kept nice and fresh.
Labdin. Heads down, 1100.
Yeah.
Straight.
She's a victim of the 61 kilos.
She gets into this race all right.
I see in the paper the other day, Robbie Waterhouse was saying how it was good for racing.
Well, she's the best handicapped horse in the race outside of the top, well, outside of Heatherly.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm on what?
What are you talking about, Rob Waterhouse?
Well, he said he thinks it's great.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear his opinion.
But well, for a bookmaker, they love the favourites getting beat.
Exactly. Do you read that?
I read it this morning walking out to the track.
What was it?
And what part of what he said is right, and he's a great analyser of statistics, form, and things like that. But the fact is, good horses, in particular 3-year-old fillies or 3-year-olds coming out of a maiden when they're going to a Saturday and carrying 61 kilos, they're not seasoned for it. They're doing it tough. They're pulling up. Visibly, you can see they've had a really tough run and it's flattening.
Okay, so the argument that the punters put to the table is, okay, well, how heavy are the track work riders? So explain that.
Well, they're not riding a horse at under extreme pressure like they are in a race. A horse is always under extreme pressure, whether they're carrying 54 kilos. Well, a horse is under extreme pressure in a race carrying 54 kilos. They are doing their absolute best for you. They run through brick walls for you. With 61, eventually that red line goes to the breaking point, and it makes it very hard for them.
Relate it to a horse racing 10 kilos overweight as opposed to carrying 61 kilos with the jockey.
Identical.
Okay.
Yeah. The horse can't win when it's fat. And the old saying, weight stops trains. It does stop them. And I can noticeably see the difference with a lot of horses when they're carrying 58 or 60. It's like, I know it's only 2 kilos, but it's like 5 kilos. And I don't say it for any other reason. It doesn't affect us as such, because we've got horses at both ends of the spectrum. All I'm saying is fact that horses don't pull up as well when they're carrying big weights, and they don't always run true to form with 60, 61 kilos.
Okay. Do you agree that a weight spread needs to be maintained?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I know in the modern day you can't go to 53 because the jockeys can't are having trouble with their weights. Everybody's getting bigger. I accept that, but I don't accept when you've got 61 as the top weight and 56 as the minimum weight. There should be a spread. So it's not rocket science. Maybe they've called our bluff, and going from the 59 to 61, they'll revert back and say, hey, let's meet in the middle, we'll go 60. Mightn't be a bad idea. 60 is not going to sound as bad as a 61. So time will tell, but all the trainers are not happy. I know that.
Okay. The trainers aren't happy, and I'm representing the punters when I say this, we're not happy turning up on a Saturday betting on 6-horse fields.
Okay.
So
well, it's not. Well, I don't know. You need to promote the good prize money. You need owners should be telling their trainers, look, Bill, Fred, Chris, there's only 6 runners in the first on Saturday. They're running for 85,000. Fifth prize is 2,000. I want my horse going round. That's obviously not happening. At least the first race there is a spread of 61 to 54, but there's only 6 runners, so it's not working. The highway plate, for whatever reason, the country horses only carry 59, but the bottom weight.
It's a set weights race.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So the Canterbury, well, they've all got 54.5 except one. That's a set weights race, and we're struggling to get jockeys at those weights.
Okay. Is programming perhaps an issue?
Well, the program is only an issue because I'm not running my horses with 61 kilos because it's too hard on them.
Are we running too many benchmark races? Look at that.
I don't think so.
Class 3 set weights race.
I don't think we are running too many benchmark races. I think benchmark racing is good because you can pick whatever weight you want. You can run above the top weight of 61, and we do that all the time. When it was 59, we would run them with 60, 60.5, but I won't run horses very often with 62 or 63. A benchmark race, you can run whatever horse you want. Winx could run in a benchmark 85 race, but she will carry a lot of weight. she can run in a benchmark 67 race, but every one rating point is a half a kilo, so she might carry 85 kilos in one of those races, but she is eligible to run it, and I think that's the way to go. So further to these races on Saturday, race 5, it's a benchmark 72. Top weight's got 61. Well, we've got 9 runners and the bottom weight's 56. So we're not utilising the spread of the weights. That could easily be 54. So that's just not working. Race 6, it actually does work. There's a horse there above the benchmark with half a kilo more, and the bottom weight with only number 11 is carrying 54. So you could say, well, that's helped us get one extra horse in the race because the next one up's to 55. Race 7, that's a weight for age race, you can't count it. Race 8, there's 14 runners, so you could say it's working, but all Cerise has got 62. She's not going to run, she's going to go to Melbourne. So New South Wales loses a horse out of the system. She's won her last 2. See you later, she's gone to Melbourne. Race 9, you could make a case that it's worked in that, but it's working for some races, it's not working for others, but that's not getting away from the point that the top weighted horses are making it tough work,
Righto. Going all day.
Yep.
That's you've heard it here first. So anyway,
we've got to touch on
what?
Flemington.
We've done Flemington.
We've done Flemington. Did we do Labdian?
Yes, we did Labdian.
If we didn't do
you
Labdian,
did Labdian because you said she's a victim of the 61s.
Yeah,
she'll go good. Trust me, she'll go good.
Very full.
That is all, folks. See you on Saturday night. Schooners are cold, food's outstanding. Ridges Hotels after Rose Hill, and renovations are coming together. Terrific out here. I saw them today. It looks sensational.
Oh,
as I said.
the carpet.
Outstanding.
New carpet.
Beautiful. Don't get dizzy looking at it. That's a good start. Sorry if we've dribbled on a bit, but that's all we've got time for today. Happy punting.